Suddenly, a strange-looking wild man emerged, frightening the princess. As the wild man lived in the forest for years, he had an extraordinary sense of smell. So, just by approaching and sniffing, he stated it was a flea's hide. The king was stunned, and his smile slowly faded. The princess, thinking she was about to marry a wild man, ran out in despair, wanting to jump off a building. Fortunately, the king caught up with her in time and convinced her with a few words. Eventually, to maintain the king's dignity, the princess was forced to leave the palace with the wild man. The wild man carried the princess on his back, climbing on cliffs. The princess, afraid of falling, tightly hugged the wild man's neck, trembling. They arrived at the wild man's home. Facing such a luxurious natural villa, the princess felt despair wherever she went. Entering the bedroom, she saw animal bones all over the floor and froze on the spot. Having grown up in luxury, how could the princess adapt to such a life? In this desolate mountain, on the cliff, she curled up in a small pit, her face filled with despair. Finally, one day, the princess saw hope on the opposite cliff. They were circus people. A woman felt sorry for the princess and called her tightrope walking son to save her. The son carried the princess on the tightrope, but the wild man, with his keen sense of smell, discovered them. He grabbed the wire and chased after them. Fortunately, at the critical moment, they cut the rope, and the wild man fell straight into the abyss. The group hugged each other in joy,